Las Vegas nightclubs are manipulating temperature to increase drink sales in a way you wouldn't expect. This is wild.
Oh, hi, Mark.
What's up, Freccero fam? Welcome back to my channel. We'd like to experience everything that life has to offer. Let's jump right into this. You can see right here, nightclub manipulates temperature in order to increase drink sales. They're specifically talking about Hakkasan nightclub. So, just throw on the headphones and listen to this, because this is absolutely insane.
This nightclub makes bathrooms 5 degrees hotter than the dance floor.
Which is insane. So now we're specifically talking about the bathrooms here, although we'll talk more in depth about maybe other parts of the nightclub. This is also a snippet from Corporate Surprises. Want to give that Instagram account a shout out. He does a lot of really cool videos about different unique things you might not expect when it comes to businesses and the way they make more money, different tactics and whatnot. In this case, of course, talking about nightclubs.
Dehydrated clubbers spent $4.2 million extra on water. When Hakkasan Vegas discovered how temperature manipulation affects drink sales in 2019, they exposed nightlife's darkest psychological trick. The heat hustle. They heat bathrooms to exactly 85 degrees.
To me, I think that's really interesting, being honest, that in this case, like I said earlier, they're targeting the bathroom specifically at 85 degrees
Fahrenheit, while keeping the dance floor at 70 degrees.
So it's kind of interesting that they're specifically targeting the bathrooms as opposed to, like, say, the dance floor or something like that.
Fahrenheit. The psychology? It's called thermal manipulation marketing, proven by consumer psychologist Dr. Mark Leary. But here's the dark truth. The sudden heat spike makes people panic buy water at $12 a bottle.
So first off, we'll talk about Vegas prices a little bit later, but yes, water is insanely expensive in Vegas in addition to alcohol and a lot of things. But what's unique about this to me, as we continue on through the video, is they're talking about water, not necessarily another alcoholic drink, but a bottle of water.
Thinking they're more dehydrated than they are. Clubbers buy 3.8 bottles instead of 1. The result? Water revenue alone hits $4.2 million annually with 92% profit margin.
Now, a pretty short clip when it comes to that reel that he posted on Instagram, but a lot to unpack here, because there's a lot of unique tricks that happen in Las Vegas in numerous different ways. You know, I've done a lot of videos about Las Vegas. All my Vegas videos are listed below in the description. In addition, I've posted a lot of videos about other nightclubs in different parts of the world, and I'm also a DJ and electronic musician. So I'm constantly in the nightclub and the nightlife scene, and I gotta say, this unfortunately doesn't surprise me, and it probably doesn't surprise you, especially in Vegas. Now, in this video, he specifically talked about Hakkasan, which is a very well-known club in Vegas. In my opinion, not the best. I think I'd pick like AU or Omnia or Excess over Hakkasan, but still a really good club. And here's the thing. Most Vegas clubs, when it comes to the different groups of them, if I had to word it like that, are owned by the same organization. So it's not just Hakkasan as a standalone club. If Hakkasan's doing this, I guarantee Omnia is as well. I guarantee Marquis is doing this as well. I guarantee this is not just happening in Vegas. Of course, other nightclubs are definitely going to follow suit. Now, on one end, being honest, it's kind of creative. As much as I hate it, I respect the creativity, I guess, as a part of capitalism to make more money. But on the other end, and I think this is a huge issue, when it comes to water in nightclubs and bars and in establishments, I don't know why it's such an issue. Because in my mind, from my perspective, and this has been kind of a big topic I find in the past couple of years, that with people consuming alcohol in bars, for example, or people having, let's say, illicit drugs in nightclubs, like amphetamines, like Molly or ecstasy, or psychedelics like acid or shrooms or whatever, you're talking about a lot of people being dehydrated. And I feel like this brings up a whole bigger issue of obtaining water in establishments. I remember this happened to one of my friends at a place in Boston. They were at a nightclub, and his girlfriend was feeling very sick. He didn't have his wallet on him. He went to the bar saying, hey, can I just get a glass of water? She's really not feeling well. And the bartender said, no, sorry, absolutely not. But we can give you a glass of ice.
Ice. Ice. Ice.
And they're like, ice? What is she gonna do? Like, chew the ice or wait for it to melt? And the bartender kept saying, hey, sorry, if my boss sees me give you a glass of water, I will get in trouble. And my friend said to the bartender, like, hey, my girlfriend passing out or getting super, super sick is going to be a way worse issue than you giving her a glass of water, even if your boss sees that, right? And I do think this brings up a lot of unique issues when it comes to nightclubs, nightlife establishments, because they make a ton of money, like a sugar honey iced tea load of money when it comes to just selling water. A lot of them don't allow just a cup of water. And I will say this, now there's a lot of places that have like a big jug of water. And we have probably seen this in a lot of like bars, especially dive bars. We could just walk up, grab like a plastic cup, fill it up with water, you're good to go. And the problem and unfortunate thing when it comes to nightclubs, I will say, is of course you have a ton of people. It's not just like a casual dive bar, it's a massive nightclub. So that can be an issue, but the big thing when it comes to Vegas and a lot of other areas, when it comes to the nightlife scenes, they realize, oh, if we just sell bottles of water, as opposed to giving out water for free in a cup, we can make way more money. And then on top of that, the fact that now they're manipulating the bathroom temperatures, pretty wild. And on one end, this is super messed up, especially with it being, what, $12 a bottle. It's not like it's $5 or $6 for a bottle of water, which that alone is a bit pricey, but 12, ridiculous, right? Absolutely insane. And what's unfortunate about this isn't that uncommon in nightclubs when it comes to them manipulating their environment, the environment, and what's going on in general. But also, this kind of mindset exists in every casino in Vegas. As we all know, there's a ton of psychology when it comes to casinos, with there being no clocks on the walls, so you don't know what time it is. There's also huge psychology when it comes to the carpeting in Vegas floors, that because they're a bit weird and random and all over the place, it makes it more confusing. So when you walk around, it's easier for you to get lost, stay there, and continue gambling. And I feel like for me, this whole situation, which is super interesting and super unique, or maybe not that unique really, brings up two different issues, I feel like. One is a whole issue of water in general. I've already talked about that a lot, that I don't know why that a lot of bars, nightclubs, nightlife establishments, even concert venues have a huge issue just letting people have water. I feel like the potential downside of that is a way worse situation for you than just giving people water. But then two, this whole aspect of the manipulation strategy in general, not just involving water, that as we all know, there's so much psychology and crazy statistics and marketing and analysis and data to try to manipulate people in order to get more money out of them. And again, to be honest, I don't think this is ever going to change, right? If a random nightclub in Vegas like Hakkasan, to kick this off, can find a way just to increase the temperature of the bathroom to 85 degrees, and that increases water sales, that is a lot. And if they see that, they're going to run with it. And pretty much every other nightclub as well. And this is something I even remember being a thing when it comes to bartending. Then when it comes to bartending, pouring drinks, making drinks, there is actually a lot of weird tricks that bartenders use, whether it's in Vegas or dive bar, which is why in the description below, I have a video where I talk about all the tricks bartenders use that they don't want you to know.